Hello guys, welcome to my mock reviews number 3. Today I'm going to be reviewing this Mario diorama I made. It's based off World 1-1 from the original Super Mario Bros. Game. And it includes Mario, the question mark block, and a Goomba. So, the first thing I worked on was obviously Mario. The worst part about Mario is not even my fault, honestly. It's just that you can't find the Mario hat piece that I'm scaling this to in stud.io. So I had to use Luigi's hat piece, which looks kind of off the entire time. So I worked on Mario first. I originally had a pipe, if I can find it. Boom. So I originally had this warp pipe here to connect to Mario to, but it added too much stuff into the scene and made it kind of cluttered, so I hid these two things. I might add it to a connection thing, which I've already started working on. But, yeah, so it has Mario, question mark block, and Goomba. I already said that. There's a piece back here behind the plaque, which will show you which will let you display Mario at kind of an angle. So you, put it in there. Oh, wait, let me put it on this side, actually. And then put his foot on it, if I can line it up. Boom. It is kind of off right now, but you would kind of have to angle it to actually make it work. So let's begin that. Rotate this. And then rotate this. This Mario mock does have quite a bit of articulation. That was one of my main priorities with this. Articulation. So he doesn't have perfect articulation, but he has the minimum 5 points plus a few more. So that is good. He has the ankle and leg bend. Then for the arms, he can move his arms all the way around. I don't know what this kind of joint is called, but also he can move his arms up and down like this. So we could use that for posing. And my main goal for this mock, I think, actually, was making him being able to do the wahoo pose whenever he's jumping. So let's just angle this out so it doesn't collide with the head. Boom. Then let's move this arm back here. And that is a pretty solid pose, in my opinion, for Mario. He's jumping, trying to get the question mark block and the Goomba. The question mark block can actually break apart pretty easily since it's only connected by 2 studs right here. The rest of it is not connected, so it breaks apart easily. And then you can find this little coin inside once Mario decides to smash it, if I can line it up. Boom. There. The coin has this little indent. Normally it's a line, but you can't do that with Lego, so I just made it a circle. And the Goomba is actually based on the Lego Goomba, the official one, I should say. But it just has, sharper edges instead of the rounded out ones. Because the Goomba in the games has the edges curved in and, it's, concave, I think the word would be. But the Lego one is convex. So I just made that, a straight slant instead. And I made him have... The feet are actually, I think, one of my proudest parts of this build. Because I used a jumper circle piece to rotate it. And then I rotated the legs or the feet back to the regular 90, and it looks like this with the little gap. I think difficult thing about this though was getting him to attach to the base somehow, symmetrically at least, because normally he'd have his feet there and then he wouldn't be symmetrical on the base. So I made it so there's this brown piece that sticks up, and you just put the Goomba right on top of it. And it sits pretty well. You can also rotate it. And the plaque is just the regular Lego plaque you see on the Marvel masks. And the border, I think I've seen this in MOCs more than actual sets. I have seen them in sets, this like border thing, but I've seen it more in MOCs anyway. And this Mario build is actually based on the Scrap Boxes build recently. I was kind of upset with how with the tire pieces that I used for this piece, because it actually got discontinued in like 2014 or something. In this color, I should say. The piece still exists, but the color doesn't. So I wanted to make it so it scales to the slightly bigger piece that does come in the color now. And this hat piece was perfect to scale it to, I think at least. I haven't made the cart yet. So that works out pretty well. As I said, it was inspired by the Scrap Boxes design, especially the head. The head is like the Scrap Boxes design. Actually, if you look at this hidden thing here called Scrapped, there's like the original version of Mario, kind of bad. That's why I changed it. His legs were like weird, and his arms were very low down. If you noticed, the arms are like higher up than here. You probably did notice. And I have a tile here, but it's not here because it didn't fit with the angling. The posability really sucked and everything with this model, so I had to change it up quite a bit. Here are all the original heads I had. Originally, Mario didn't have his like chubbiness here, so I added that, but then he was way too chubby. So then I managed to find a way that was in the middle, and I think it's pretty perfect. Here, which one is that? This one in the front, here's the Scrap Box's head, the one that he made. And then back here are the two modified versions that I made, and here's the original body. That goes with these original heads. Except for these two, actually, but the ones with the ball joints. And, yeah, all the scrapped version is pretty bad. That's why it's the scrapped version, of course. There is a, like, quote-unquote part 2 thing that I made using, I just copied it, basically. Let me just unhide all of these things, one sec. Bap, 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 bap. Bap, bap. Oh, wait, no. Boom, so there's an extra little extension of World 1-1, where I was thinking Luigi and a Koopa could go here. I did start Luigi, but his head was not it, so I stopped him for a bit. And I tried working on the Koopa, but the Koopa's shell and proportions were very difficult to do. The blocks here are connected with Technic pins. That's why you don't need supports for these things. And you can connect these two pieces, or these two, like, quote-unquote sets, by adding that little thing in the middle. Then it's one big set with two sets combined. And I think that is kind of about it with this. I think I will honestly remake this, but a bit better, because I have to buy a complete like whole set just to get the Goomba's face, which is pretty annoying. Also, I have to buy a whole set for Mario's hat, which is really annoying. So that will be kind of sucky. But I think that's the only thing that's bad about this. Everything else I think is pretty good. So if you guys have any comments about this, put them in the comment section, and I think that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.